If there's anything Ranger Nick does not need, it's caffeine.
Yeah, nonetheless, he does see the value in coffee, and this month he introduces us to a Georgia business that is using coffee to help farmers and its customers through humanitarian efforts.
Well, hey, everybody, if there's one question I get more than many other questions, it happens to be, Ranger Nick, how many cups of coffee do you drink a day? 1 cup. And that's 1 normal size cup, not a gallon size, 1 cup, just natural enthusiasm. I love it. And we're talking this month about the idea of coffee. And I'm hanging out in Statesboro, Georgia this month at 3 Tree Coffee, which happens to focus on 3 key missions. And I'm here with Philip Clayman, founder of 3 Tree Coffee, a local coffee shop started about 2.5 years ago. Philip, how did this begin? Where did your passion for coffee and this idea of the first part of their mission being to empower farmers who are acquiring these beans from other countries, where did this start for you?
Yeah, well, I graduated from the University of Georgia with a degree in agricultural economics. Go Dogs. Go Dogs. That's right. And it was in that degree that I learned that there's quite a few farmers that are exploited through the commodity that they farm, such as coffee, tea, cocoa, textiles. There's all sorts of different commodities that the farmers are exploited. And when I learned this, it really broke my heart. My wife and I have a heart for people, and we want to make sure that people are taken care of. So then fast forward a few years later, my wife and I moved to Statesboro after working in coffee for about 3 years, and there wasn't that much good coffee down here. We always had to travel to find it, so we decided to start roasting it on our back porch in a 1-pound roaster for fun, and it was a hobby and a ministry more so than a business at first.
Wow, and you and I are sitting together with a bag of coffee, and I'm going to reach in here and show all our friends at home these green beans, as they're called down in here, and this is what the stuff looks like.
That's right.
When it comes from the field. So talk to me about this idea of empowering farmers. What does that mean in terms of you getting this in your roasting shop right now today?
Yeah, well, most people don't know that coffee is an agricultural crop. So it comes from the genus Coffea, which is a plant that can grow to be anywhere from 5 to 6 to 7 feet tall. I'm about 6.5 feet tall, so about my height. And so anyways, on this plant, there will start to bloom cherries. And inside those cherries are 2 of these coffee seeds that we call beans. And once the farmer processes them through a wet process, then it goes to a dry mill where it's processed there in the country where it comes from. And then it's shipped to us on these big 150-pound bags that we're sitting on right now.
Which is, I think, is incredible to think about what goes into that 1 cup. I want to talk next. We're going to visit in the shop over there at the actual coffee shop and talk about the other 2 parts of your mission, Philip. So let's check that out together. So it's amazing to think what you're looking at outside. Just over 2 years ago began 3 Tree Coffee, and now here we are inside of the building, a beautiful place, and I'm standing here with Kimberly Daly, co-owner of 3 Tree Coffee, right here at the shop. Kimberly, talk to us a little bit about the second part of your mission, from the idea of empowering the farmer to the idea of ending human trafficking. What does that mean, and what is your organization doing about that?
Yeah, so a large part of our practice of empowering the farmer is to ensure that the farmer is getting fair wage, and because of that, they're actually able to better their community, which kind of in turn helps the trafficking possibility or percentage rate go down in those communities across the world. So that's one way that we're helping to end human trafficking. But trafficking is just modern day slavery. So it can be labor trafficking, it can be sex trafficking. So we like to put on a lot of fundraisers here at the shop where we can bring awareness to the issue. And then we bring in speakers who are more hands-on, where they're actually rescuing people, developing safe houses and things like that. And so we liked to engage the community by bringing awareness to this issue.
And Kimberly, I don't think enough people at home know about what y'all are doing here, and that's why we're putting the spotlight on this. I want to end with the third part of their mission, which is engaging the community, and talk to some of the folks that are in here about how special this place is to them. So let's take a look at that. So I'm hanging outside at 3 Tree Coffee with one of the regulars, Audrey. And Audrey, one of the mission statements that they have here is engage the community. If you had to answer the question, what is so special about this place to you, what would you say?
So definitely whenever I walk into the doors, I always feel welcome. And it's such a place that different people that probably normally wouldn't socialize all merge at this one location. So it's a really different atmosphere than most places. So I mean, I walk in here and I know almost every face half the time. I know all the baristas, and it's just cool to watch 3 Tree with the community host events, have spirit nights with different organizations, whether they be student organizations or also just organizations within the community. So like the other night they had a night where they had the cops come, and so it was like have coffee with a cop. And then last night it was the Humane Society. So it's just cool to see them engage with the community and host different events.
That's great, and I think that's kind of the culture part of agriculture that we talk about with this kind of an idea. Thanks, Audrey, for talking to us. Well, from the green beans to the finished product that you're looking at there, we've learned an incredible amount about what goes in to making a cup like this. Y'all, you got to check out 3 Tree Coffee, Statesboro, Georgia. Come down, they'll get you a cup. When you're online, take a look at their webpage, and you can have an opportunity to buy some of this coffee there. And while you're there, hop on over to the Ranger Nick Facebook page and like that. I love to engage with you that way. And until next time, for the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick, reminding you that enthusiasm is contagious. So pass that stuff on. Y'all, thanks so much for watching. We'll look forward to seeing you right back here again next month. See ya.